Hi everybody, it's Dollyless, and today I have such a special video because we are going to be dyeing some doll hair. So I'm just going to start right away with the tutorial. I will blab about it later. Okay, here's our materials. We need willing volunteers like these girls. Obviously you want dolls with lighter hair if you're looking for certain colors. Darker hair can always usually go darker, but yeah, just like human hair, follow those rules. So this is the dye I got. It's called Petal Pink. Rit also makes something called Dye More that is for synthetic fabrics, but you don't really need that. This works great, the regular Rit. You can use the powdered Rit, but it's harder to use. Or, you know, there's tons of other dye bands too. But this is what I have. I'm going to use it on both of them. And then I have a bowl to fill with the hot water. And I have a stirring device, this chopstick. I'm just going to stir it in there. And now I'm going to move ahead to my sink so we can get some hot water. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is just rinse any product out of the doll's hair and also get it wet before I put it in the dye. If your doll has a ton of gel in the hair, it is water soluble, but you can put in a little bit of mild soap like Dr. Bronners, just a tiny drop if it's kind of needs some help in that regard. But this hair really doesn't have much gel, so honestly barely any. So I'm just going to rinse it real quick just in case to get out of any product. So we'll get a nice clean dye. Okay, and I just used like pretty mild, just lukewarm water, and her bangs are not curly from gel, they're curly from the style of hair, so I was fine putting water on those. So just gonna kind of get a little excess water out there, and I am just going to set her aside to do this to Sheryl. So I know my Sheryl has a little bit of conditioner here in her hair because I put that in there. She does have a whole kind of hair washing video of her own you can check out on my channel. One thing I did do is just prepare a little drying area next to my sink. So I just have like a towel and some paper towels so I can set them there. Obviously I don't want to set them on my counter. I don't want it to accidentally dye my counter pink. So that's just something to rest them on right after you get them out of the sink and their hair is all wet. So good idea to make that ahead of time. So I'm sure you've seen some people do add vinegar or salt to their Rit dye when they're dyeing doll hair. From what I have read is that is only really effective for natural fibers, so cotton, linen, wool, things like that. For synthetic fibers like doll hair, it's not really doing anything, but it's also not harming it. From what I've read, everyone has their own opinion, and some people may think it works better with the salt or the vinegar. Do whatever you want. But I'm going to do it without just because I think it works just fine without it. And the other thing is water, you know, it does kind of instruct to use boiling water, but my sink gets really hot. It gets to like a steaming temperature. So I'm just going to use that since it takes the dye really easily. So make sure you always read the instructions. You know, it says shake well before using, so that's really important. Wear rubber gloves, add the hot water to a plastic bucket, stainless steel sink, or stainless steel pot. Whatever, I have glass bowl. Oh well, we can break the rules, I guess. So it's giving you some instructions here. Just make sure you follow them. Some of them you can disregard, like it says it's not recommended for synthetic fibers. It works great on a lot of doll hair types. Not everyone, some are more resistant to dye, but it works great on the dolls I'm dyeing, which are Rainbow High and L.O.L, O.M.G. So I'm just gonna kind of eyeball it. Here we go, shake it really well. You can just get it as hot as you want. Some people cold dye. It just is, the colder the dye, the longer it will take to soak in there. And you can just do it a couple times. You can add more dye. You can never take away dye. So just remember to always add a little at a time. Okay, Sheryl, your turn. You're going first. So I'm just going to dunk just her head here. I'm not going to dunk her like really deep below the surface, but we do want to make sure we get like the side of her hair. It's important to swish here just so, you know, just keeps everything moving, keeps everything fluid. All right, she really doesn't need that long of a dunk. So I'm going to take her out. And my goal here with Sheryl was just kind of to neutralize some of that yellow and give it pink, a pink color. It looks just a little yellow there. So I'm just going to dunk like her head a little bit. It could just be the, because you can see the yellow paint through her hair. It kind of looks that way. But I don't know. We can always get some more in there if we need it. This looks kind of dark, but I'm going to rinse it. So it's not going to be as dark in just a second. Just going to set this to the side here. And I'm just rinsing with some warm water at first. And then I'll just switch it to cooler water. This is a little darker than I was anticipating, but that's okay. It'll be lighter when it dries too. So what I learned from this is that for Lady Diva, who's going to go next, I'm gonna dunk her for a much briefer time. Here's our bowl again. And here's Lady Diva. And I'm gonna follow the same steps as before. Except just put her in there for a quick second. Let's see what we get here. Oh, I like that. Oh my God, it looks so good just like that. Ooh, it's like this strawberry blonde. Okay, I'm loving it. And it got these streaks accidentally. And her little poof is like pink. Okay, so she is so cute. Let's rinse this. She came out perfect. Oh my God. Okay, wow, I'm geeked about how this came out. This is just beautiful, perfect. This could be maybe like a lighter pink rather than a yellow. So maybe I'll just add like a tiny bit of dye right there and then rinse it real quick. Oh no, did I do too much? No, it still looks good. The poof is just a lot more pink, but I like it that way. Cool. Okay, we'll just rinse her and set her aside. And I am using pretty cool water now because we want to help get the dye out. Here's a look at Sheryl again. It's too dark. It wasn't what I wanted. I left it in there for too long, so that's kind of disappointing. I'm not really sure where I'll proceed from here. I'll see how she looks when her hair is dried and styled. Maybe I will change my mind. I mean, maybe I'll love her. Okay, here they are showing off their new hair colors. Both beautiful. So yeah, as you can see, it's super easy to do. I highly suggest you try it yourself. It's really fun, a cool way to customize your doll, really cheap, and yeah, just awesome. So now let's dry their hair and get some final looks and before and afters. I'm so excited about Lady Diva. I mean, this glow up, dude. So there is the before and after. I, for one, just love the outcome. I think she looks so pretty. I love the shade. It's great. I think if you're going to try this, definitely try out this color. The pale pink color, it's called Petal Pink. That's probably going to be a good bet if you're looking for colors like the ones that I got. Lady Diva came out so much better than I could have even hoped for. To go from a light lime green that I really didn't like, and now to have this amazing, beautiful candy pink. Wow, my mind is blown. I love her pink poodle puff. She is just so incredibly gorgeous. Here is a comparison of their hair from the bags. You can see the different colors, and these were both achieved with the same color of dye. So it just matters what the color is of the hair to start, and then also how long you dye the hair for and how intense the dye is. I love my strawberry girls. I really hope you love them too. If you liked the video, please subscribe. You'll see more like this. I have tons of doll content coming out all the time. And let me know about your dyeing experiments, and thank you so much.